Hello world of YouTube and welcome to another concert recap. Last night I saw Big K.R.I.T on the From South with Love tour featuring Rapsody, Domani, and Riggz. He was playing at the Old National Center down here in Indianapolis, and it was an amazing fucking show. You know, I had seen this past weekend that he was going to be here, and I was like, I need to get tickets to this. I love Big K.R.I.T, and I've never seen him live, so I need to capitalize on this experience. And I've also, you know, while I'm not super familiar with her music, I know Rapsody, like, the name is familiar to me, and I know that she's, like, a really prominent voice in hip-hop as well, and I really wanted to see her, and that was also a great fucking time. You know, we got there really early. We caught Riggz and Domani as well, the two openers that were kind of lower. They were kind of the openers for those two, and they were great. Riggz had a tough time getting the crowd going. He had a very short set. He only had a couple songs, but I think he did a really good job. He did a great job of getting the crowd hype. He had a good personality. He was a chill dude. And like there was a point where he was kind of talking to the crowd because, like, again, he was there. Not everyone had shown up yet, and it was a tough crowd. But I think he did a really good job. I think he had a lot of fun, or I think he gave a good presence. He set the stage right. You know, he got the crowd into it. And Domani came out and kind of continued that trend. You know, his set was also a little shorter than Rapsody's and K.R.I.T's, but he seemingly had a lot of fun. You know, the crowd was a little more into Domani. More people, I think, were just aware of who he was. And he was dope. I wasn't really aware of his music, but I really liked his stuff, and I liked Riggz stuff. They were both a good vibe. You know, I liked Domani's presence. He was really chill. He was feeling it. And he was just there. He was just enjoying, you know, the crowd. It was almost akin to how I felt at the Beast Coast show. Like, he was also just really into getting the crowd going. You know, there was a big fan, apparently, in like the front row, and they were just amping him up, and they were trading energy. It was really dope. By the end of the show, he was like down there with them, just having a good time. And I liked that. I liked that a lot. It was a really small, intimate venue, and you felt the intimacy, even when like K.R.I.T and Rapsody took the stage. It was a really intimate show, and I liked it a lot. Rapsody floored me. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with her music. She's a name I've heard tossed around in the scene for a while, and I've been meaning to check out her stuff, especially since she just dropped an album this year that is also garnering a lot of attention, and it was amazing. Like, it was very inspirational, it was very uplifting. She got in on so many beats. Her set list was seamless. Songs kind of kept transitioning into each other like fucking butter, and her presence was intense. It was very impactful, and I loved seeing her perform. She was going fucking ham, and it was amazing, and it was, again, very inspiring. She talked a lot to the crowd about inspiration, and she and Riggz both kind of addressed the artists in the crowd. They were like, look, Rapsody was like, look, I'm an example of you can do anything you set your mind to, you know, and she took the time to kind of really shout out her inspirations. You know, there's a song she sampled Erykah Badu, and she did that, and she was really feeling the crowd. Again, she was really into getting the crowd amped, and she had a lot of, you know, she resonated a lot of the energy that she was feeling through the crowd back out into her performance, and I really respected that. It was a dope show. It was a dope performance from Rapsody, and she made a big fan out of me. I loved her set. It was incredible, and I'm definitely going to be checking out her newest record and talking about it on the channel and her other stuff, because it was really good. And she kind of set the stage for K.R.I.T to come out and just tear the fucking roof off the place. For those who don't know, I'm a gigantic big K.R.I.T fan. I've been following the guy since, you know, early this decade. And, you know, I talked about Return of Forever on the mixtapes list. I've talked about K.R.I.T here and there on the channel, but I am a gigantic big K.R.I.T fan. Like, I think he's the best rapper to come out of the South this decade. I think he's got a great personality. I love a lot of his vibes. I love a lot of his music. And he put together an amazing set. He played a lot of the songs I did like from K.R.I.T Is Here. Like, I know I talked about that record and I was a little lukewarm on it, but he played some really good songs from that. He played great songs from TDT, the compilation of the 3 EPs. He kind of had a Forever medley where he played songs from A Ton of Forever and Forever in a Day. You know, he played some shit from Forever Is a Mighty Long Time. He had a really good rounded set of his old stuff and his new stuff. He played a new song, a new My Sub song. It was really fucking dope. And as a huge fan of Big K.R.I.T, this is the kind of set I wanted to see. It had a great mixture of intense hype vibe. I feel so bad because there was a point later on in the set where Rachel had to use the restroom, so she left. It was like near the end of his set. He was like within the third to last song, and he played country shit after she had left. And I feel so bad for the dude in front of me who was really tall, because like I was jumping so fucking much because I was losing my goddamn mind. He played that, he played Rotation, he played a lot of Return of Forever, which is dope because it's my favorite project of his. But like, just the stuff he picked was great. He was really good at vibing with the crowd again. He had really good crowd interaction. You know, he did not, even though he's been doing it for so long, he seemingly stayed humble, which it was incredible to see. You know, even after the show, he was just talking to fans in the front row. He was taking selfies. You know, I walked up, I shook his hand. You know, he was a dope dude, great performer, grade A performer, and he had a lot of good energy. When he played Blue Flame off the new record, his DJ came out with roses and they were throwing him out into the crowd. It was a good energy, and I loved being there. You know, I loved his presence. The crowd, some of the people in the crowd were assholes. There was a dude who was kind of pushing through the crowd and pissing people off. You know, the crowd had some assholes in it, but that didn't detract from my experience or Rachel's experience. She had a really good time. It was a dope show. I'm glad I got to go because, like I said, K.R.I.T's one of my favorite rappers to pop this decade. I think he's my favorite rapper to come out of the South this decade, and he picked such an incredible set of old stuff and new stuff that worked so well, and I loved it. I loved it. I'm so glad I got to go see it. If you can catch K.R.I.T on this tour, go, because not only is he great, his openers kill it. Riggz, Domani, and Rapsody especially just helped set up an amazing night, and they all just tore the fucking roof off the place. It was a good show. It's a great show, and I loved it. But that's another concert recap for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you like this video, if you like Big K.R.I.T, be sure to give this video a like. If you want to see more of my music, gaming, and general nerdery content that I bring, be sure to subscribe. What are some of your favorite Big K.R.I.T songs? What's some of your favorite Big K.R.I.T projects? Do you like Rapsody? What are some of your favorite Rapsody projects? Give me some recommendations, some songs, a little starter pack. Let me know. But I'm going to get out of here. I've been Vowrack. You guys have good days, lives, and situations. Thank you so much for your support on here and on Patreon. If you would like to join the patrons, linked in the description of my Patreon. You guys have good days, lives, and situations. And I'll see you another day.